Hi everyone, welcome again to my YouTube channel where you are going to master cloud and FinOps. Please hit the bell icon and subscribe the channel so that you will get the update about my upcoming videos and content. So today we are going to touch upon Inform Phase, which is nothing but the extension of my previous video which I created on the FinOps three phases, which is Inform, Optimize and Operate. So in today's video we are going to go inside Inform Phase, what exactly Inform Phase does. So as we initially discussed in the multiple videos or multiple previous videos, that objective of FinOps is also to provide the real-time view to the stakeholders. So how we will do it? So to provide the real-time view to the stakeholders, there are multiple prerequisites or foundation which we need to build, right? So the it could be the tagging, it could be labels in GCP, tagging in Azure or AWS. Similarly, setting up the different hierarchies, account hierarchies, the structure between the different business units or applications. So all that design part will come here under the inform phase. Without having a proper tagging, labeling, account hierarchy, we cannot achieve the maturity under the inform phase. So inform phase basically prioritizing providing a real-time view or near real-time view to the stakeholders about their cloud consumption. So there are two basic principle of FinOps inform phase, which is everybody has to take the ownership of their cloud, which is very basic, and we discussed this point multiple times in my previous videos. So everybody should be accountable for their cloud consumption. How we will do it? Via tagging, labeling, and setting up the accountability culture. And then second important area is providing the real-time report. So as we this touch upon this point as well in the initial video, that nowadays when we are spending on a hourly basis or sometime per second basis, there is no meaning to have a monthly service review reports or monthly reports. Like in traditional data center, I remember when I worked in a different on-premise projects or data center projects, we used to prepare a report fortnightly basis or monthly basis sometime, right? Monthly backup report or monthly capacity planning report, because there month difference will not create any major impact. But in cloud, when we are paying on a hourly basis or per second basis, there is no meaning to have the report for the consumption which I am doing today and hyperscalers are costing me today, right? So real time report is one of the key principle for inform phase. So the objective of FinOps practitioner is to ensure that under the inform phase, before providing the information, they are ensuring that accountability is there. If not, then they have to work to set up this accountability culture, and obviously the reporting part, real-time reporting to the real right stakeholders. So these are the two FinOps principles related to the inform phase. Anytime when we are starting the journey of FinOps, we should ask a couple of questions. So those questions could be, is it what we expected? That means whatever the cost we are paying, what whether that is expected cost. If the tagging is there, do we have all those tags in place which we required? Whether the existing tags create any value. Similarly, the reporting, what the reporting we have, that is enough. Then second question we should ask ourselves or we should assess to define the FinOps maturity is, what are we using and what are we spending? So to be precise, the cloud resources, whatever we are using, those are adequate resources, or there are redundant resources which are economical or redundant to the current resources, so that we can replace our existing resources with the more economical mechanism. Also the spending what we are doing, whether that is appropriate in terms of budget or to be precise the approved cost or not. The third question, we need to understand what value at an organization level we are creating at the moment. So to be precise, are we in a objective or are we in a roadmap to get the organization value via using the cloud consumption or adopting the cloud and the specific resources even. So take the example, one organization whose objective is to reduce the carbon footprint. If we provision or we spin up the resources in a region or in a SKUs which are creating more carbon emission, then we are not meeting the business objective or organization objective. One point of time we will end up in a scenario where we have to either migrate the current resource what we are provisioning today, or we have to decommission that to achieve the business value. So ultimately that cost of redesigning or re-engineering or migration, we can avoid it at this moment itself. Then, as we talked about the accountability, that who is responsible for this effective use. So whatever we are spending, are we responsible for that, or we are just paying that cost? Right? So these are the key questions we have to ask before we start anything under the inform phase. So on a summarized view, the everyone has to take the ownership, that is accountability culture. We should have it. Reporting, we should have it. Now there are different capabilities of FinOps Inform Phase, which FinOps Foundation has defined under the FinOps framework. So those key capabilities are data ingestion. So right data to be collected and ingested in the different monitoring system, because without proper monitoring we cannot achieve the ultimate objective. Cost allocation we already discussed, reporting we discussed, anomaly management is also one of the key capability and concepts of inform phase. So wherever we identify anomaly, or FinOps team identify anomaly, their goal should be to pass that information to the right stakeholders so that that anomaly can be eliminated from the overall ecosystem. So these are the key capabilities of FinOps Inform Phase. You have to by heart these four capabilities via title, and at any point of time, if anybody asks you that what usually we do in the Inform Phase, these are the key capabilities. Now, how we will do these capabilities? So there are different concepts. So most of these concepts you must be knowing it, or if you don't know, we will discuss in detail around these multiple concepts in the upcoming video. So today in this video I will just cover the title so that you will be aware about these concepts. So one is alerting, how we will get to know about the anomalies, right, via alerting. So different level of alerting will be there, which we will discuss in detail. Forecasting, how we will inform leadership that what budget they should define it for the cloud or cloud consumption via forecasting or accurate forecasting to be precise. So this is also the part of inform phase. Then show back and charge back. So these terms probably you have heard in your previous discussions or during your earlier study. So we will discuss this as well in one of my upcoming video, that what exactly the show back and charge back is. It is not a finance specific concept, but it is a general finance concept. And then last one is managing shared cost. Ultimately we have to manage every cost, but managing share cost is explicitly I called out here. The reason is, if you remember one of my earlier video which I created on the challenges of FinOps, that managing shared cost is one of the key challenge. It is inclusive of managing the container cost as well, but for now you can consider managing shared cost is also one of the key concepts which we need to address it under the FinOps Inform phase. So that is all about I wanted to talk via this video, which will give you more detailed brief to you about Inform phase. And now I will create a multiple videos for these key capabilities and key concepts. So till the time, I would ask you to stay tuned with me and just share and subscribe this channel so that you will get the notification when I will upload these videos on my YouTube channel. So till the time, take care. Bye bye.